I'm Charles Hsuen. I have music for you until the program close. That's going to be down the line at 7:30 p.m. We're back once again to present to you 60 minutes of an eclectic selection of jazz and swing music as we do each and every Monday evening for the last 20 years on the station. And tonight is no exception. Got some gems that I've picked up along the way, some CD shopping, hoarding, if you will, and we've got some great stuff from modern big bands and vintage sounds from the early to mid part of the 20th century, and a whole lot more, so stick around. And just to launch the swing arrangement, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you into the CKDU studios. We're broadcasting to you live from the Dalhousie Student Union Building in the heart of downtown Halifax. If you're picking us up on local radio, it's frequency modulation station signal, 88.1 megahertz on your FM dial. On the internet at ckdu.ca, on Bell Alive Digital TV Channel 796, Eastlink Digital TV Channel 951. You can watch and listen to us in living stereo on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitter and Twitch TV. Just search Charles, Hsuen, and March 14 under any of those platforms, and you'll be able to hear and listen to me in stereo, as also watching and what goes on behind the scenes here. And if you have an intelligent virtual assistant, you can ask Siri, Alexa, or Google Home to play CKDU FM and listen to us through those means. And if you want to contact me, you can do it in many ways, lifting up your phone, giving us a shout here at 902-494-2487. Go on any social media platform on the Messenger app and search Charles, Hsuen, and you can message me through there, or you can email me at charlesh@dal.ca. We also have a professional page, a commercial page for the Charles Hsuen radio live feeds on Facebook if you want to get consistent updates on those. Well, let's get to some music, shall we? Here I promised you a modern big band at the top of the show, and here it is from 2014. This one coming from an album entitled Life in the Bubble. On the Talark label, this is Gordon Goodwin's Big Fat Band, and here's a great jazz standard to kick things off called On Green Dolphin Street, right here on the swing arrangement with Charles Hsuen.
Charles Hsuen and the Swing Arrangement will be right back after this brief word.
Let's you and me go away to the Ice Hotel. The Caribbean's all booked out, and that's just as well. Once I'd have been much keener on Barbados or Antigua, but just now I think the Arctic will suit us well. Let's you and me go away to the Ice Hotel. They've built it all with ice that's pure and clear. The sofas, the lobby, even the chandelier. A thermostat guarantees a steady -5 degrees. What other place could serve our needs so well? Let's you and me go away to the Ice Hotel. Romantic places like Verona or Paris, they'll always lead you astray. You'd have to be a novice to ever trust Venice and those dreamy waterways, and what the tropics can do. I know only too well. So let's you and me go away to the Ice Hotel. Heavy clothing at all times is the expected norm. Even candlelight at dinner is considered too dangerously warm. And when the time comes for us to sleep, we'll spread out our reindeer fleece and curl up together on an ice block carved for two. But then in the morning, provided we've made it through, we'll step out together to watch the sunrise over that vast expanse of cold. And who knows, if we're lucky, we may find ourselves talking of what our future may hold. This is no whim of the moment, I want you to realize. Let's go away to that palace made of ice. Let's you and me go away to the Ice Hotel. The Bahamas are all booked out, and that's just as well. I don't think we're quite ready for Hawaii or Tahiti, and when we will be, only time will tell. Let's you and me go away to the Ice Hotel.
great Stacey Kent. From 2006, that one coming from an album called Breakfast on the Morning Tram. I remember when that came out. It was so fresh, it was so different, and yet so familiar, all in the same listen. And she collaborated with her husband, Jim Tomlinson, as well as the great Japanese-British author Kaizo Ishiguro, who wrote The Remains of the Day. The Ice Hotel, a famous hotel in Iceland, and you can, believe, go to Reykjavik and stay at this palace hotel that's just covered in ice, and you sleep on a block of ice with furs, animal furs, and so forth. So really, really neat experience. So I've heard. To start things off, Gordon Goodwin's Big Fat Band with that great standard On Green Dolphin Street. What a tight band that is. 18 pieces. That one coming from an album called Life in a Bubble, and that one from 2014 in the Talark label. My name is Charles Hsuen, and this is the swing arrangement right here. Going for a couple of technical difficulties here. The equipment's not behaving the way that I am, so that's why we heard a little blip in between the two tracks there. Hopefully we can all sort that out. Let's continue on sounds now. This is Gregory Porter in his great hit, a Grammy Award-winning hit from the album Be Good. This coming from 2012, and it's hard to believe it's been 10 years since this hit came out. It's called On My Way to Harlem. Here is Gregory Porter right here on the Swing Arrangement with Charles Hsuen.
Found out on my way to Harlem. Ellington, you don't live around here. He moved away one day, so they say, from Harlem. I can hear his echo still. Now, you can't keep me away from where I was born. I was baptized by my daddy's horn. Now, you can't keep me away from where I was born. I was baptized by the jazz man's horn. Oh, I found out on my way through Harlem. Langston Hughes, he don't live round here. He moved away one day from his way here in Harlem. I know that Marvin Gaye used to play right here. Somebody say you can't keep me away from where I was born. to Harlem. Ellington, he don't live around here. He moved away one day, so they say, away from Harlem. I can hear his echoes clear. Oh, now you can't keep me away from where I was born. I was baptized by my daddy's horn. No, 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 you can't keep me away from where I was born. I was baptized by the sound of horn. Whoa, I found out my way through Harlem. Marvin Gaye, he used to play What's Going On right over there. I sure could use some of those blues from Langston.
Bringing to you ballads, cool jazz, and big band music. This is the swing arrangement with Charles Hsuen right here on CKDU 88.1 FM in Halifax.
That's the great Charlie Barnett and his orchestra with his great 1941 hit, and that was the great clarinet solo shout chorus, and that's Skyliner. That one I first heard in 1990 when I was just about 15 years old, 14 years old actually. It was summer of 1990, and I got this cassette tape because Verve had put out a series called Compact Jazz on tape and on CD, and they were, for the very first time, beautifully remastered pieces of restored stuff that was, going on 40 years old. And you had just a wonderful array of pieces of music in high fidelity for the very first time, and that was one of them, Skyliner by Charlie Barnett. We're going to be hearing sounds now by Karen Mayette, who I had a few months ago on this program to debut her brand new album called Femoir. If you want to see anything of Karen Mayette, just go to Femoir, that's FEMOIR.ca, and her brand new album is out there. You can purchase it, or you can listen to it on Spotify and other places. We're going to be hearing a wonderful piece of music called You Were Never Mine. Here's Karen Mayette and her band from her brand new album.
Again today, who remembered me and you. They asked all the same old questions. I gave the same excuse. They said, what a shame, what a shame to lose a love so fine. But I never lost you. I never really lost you. I never lost you. 'Cause you were never mine. I kept on believing what I wanted to believe. The unspoken promises, them that you could never keep. And it's a sin. To tell yourself a lie. But I never lost you. I never lost you. I never lost you. 'Cause you were never mine. Did you give me all that you gave me? Just because I needed you. When I needed
Karen Mayette. You are never mine. We're just coming out to the last few seconds, and the BBC World News Service beeps will signify that it'll be exactly 6 p.m. CKDU time as we present to you the BBC World News Service. Stay tuned now for more of The Swing Arrangement with Charles Hsuen.
BBC Radio 2.
This is CKDU-FM 88.1 MHz in Halifax. From London's Broadcasting House, the most trusted news source, this is the BBC World News Service.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. The authorities in the besieged Ukrainian city of Mariupol say a convoy of about 160 civilian vehicles that managed to leave the city has not yet managed to reach its intended destination. They blamed Russian forces for not respecting a ceasefire. Mariupol's deputy mayor said the citizens were fleeing on their own initiative, desperate to escape the Russian bombardment and dire conditions. Ukrainian officials said Moscow was still not letting aid into Mariupol, despite Russian claims to the contrary. This worker with the charity Médecins Sans Frontières said the conditions in Mariupol were appalling.
There is no drinking water and any medication. Also, for today, there is no places where we can find food. We saw people who died because of lack of medication. And there are a lot of such people inside Mariupol and many people who were killed and injured. And they are just lying on the ground.
The governor of the Rivne region in northwestern Ukraine says 9 people have been killed in a Russian airstrike on a television tower. Vitaly Koval said 9 others were wounded and people were still trapped under the rubble. The mayor of Ukraine's second largest city, Kharkiv in the east, said it was under constant shelling, with the number of casualties unclear. Oleksandr Markushin is the mayor of Irpin, about 25 kilometres northwest of Kyiv, and has seen heavy fighting and civilian deaths.
I was participating in the evacuation of a colon, and there were around 100 people. That was the only safe place, we could evacuate people. 50 meters in front of me, there was a family with 2 kids, a husband and wife, and they were killed by a mine. Unfortunately, they're shooting at peaceful civilians.
A 4th round of talks between Russian and Ukrainian officials have been put on hold until Tuesday. Kyiv has been pressing for a ceasefire, but Moscow insisted military operations were continuing. The United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has warned that Russia's war against Ukraine could lead to what he called a hurricane of hunger and food insecurity worldwide. He said many African and poorer countries relied heavily on Russian and Ukrainian wheat production, now endangered by the conflict. Mr. Guterres said Russia's invasion would be far-reaching.
There is another dimension of this conflict that gets obscured. This war goes far beyond Ukraine. It is also an assault on the world's most vulnerable people and countries. While war reigns over Ukraine, a sword of Damocles hangs over the global economy, especially in the developing world.
BBC News.
You have been listening to the BBC World News Service, brought to you by CKDU 88.1 MHz in Halifax. Listener-supported radio.
The 8 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2.
What's tomorrow's weather? What's the low? What's the high? Will it be way all right?
Your Metro Weather Call forecast for Halifax and the surrounding area for this Monday, March the 14th. Tonight, partly cloudy, a 30% chance of flurries early this evening, with winds gusting up to 40 kilometers per hour, a low of 1. On Tuesday, cloudy, a 60% chance of rain showers or flurries in the morning and early in the afternoon, then a mix of sun and cloud. Winds gusting up to 40 kilometers per hour, high of 7, UV index reading at 3, which is in the moderate category. On Tuesday night, mainly cloudy with a wind chill at -6 overnight, with a low of -2. On Wednesday, periods of snow, high of 2 and a low of -1. Thursday, increasing cloudiness with a high of 5 and a low of 4. On Friday, periods of rain with a high of 12 and a low of 3, and Saturday and Sunday, you're looking at highs of 8 and 5 and lows of 2 across the board. For more weather information, log on to weather.gc.ca. Current temperature outside the studios of CKDU-FM. It is 2 degrees Celsius, mostly cloudy. The barometric pressure reading at 102.6 kilopascals and falling. Humidity's at 75%. That's your Metro Weather Call forecast. Stay tuned now for your community news.
Here is the news, the latest news.
Some of your community news. There's Gin and Jazz. That's an event every Wednesday, including this Wednesday, March the 16th at 7 p.m. at The Local, which is located at 2037 Gottingen Street in Halifax. Jazzy times ahead with Silvio Pupo, Ron Joe Hines, and guests. That's 7 p.m. March the 16th, Gin and Jazz at The Local. CKDU is always looking for new volunteers. If you're interested in music or spoken word, come on up. If you always want to know the technical aspects of radio, we have lots for you to learn. If you are more behind-the-scenes personality, there's research, music reviewing, and music production to do. CKDU is located on the 4th floor of the Dalhousie Student Union Building. The address is 6136 University Avenue, and our website's ckdu.ca. Pianist Sarah Hagen is performing at the Woodlawn United Church Saturday, March the 19th at 7:30 p.m. The Dartmouth Community Concert Association, the DCCA, is pleased to announce the return to live performances with pianist Sarah Hagen. Dartmouth Community Center Concert Association has more information at sarahhagen.com. Tickets are available at the door, $25 for adults and $20 for seniors. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes your community news.
You're listening to The Swing Arrangement with Charles Hsuen on 88.1 CKDU Halifax.
Lovers in a Dangerous Time, the music of Bruce Cockburn, performed by Michael Occhipinti. That one from Creation Dream, the music of Bruce Cockburn, and that was released a number of years ago. And just a fantastic, by two Canadian legends, mashing it up. Great music. Well, it is 13 minutes past 7 p.m. Those of you who may not know, but I think because of the fact that most people have a mobile device that automatically does it for you, we go back into daylight savings time, which means, yes, there is still daylight at this particular hour in this day. And it will continue on to be more brighter as we move on towards the summer. And we're going to continue on sounds here on the Swing Arrangement with Charles Hsuen with some music I picked up abroad. This one coming from a 1978 Concord Jazz album live at the Century Plaza, the Frankie Capp and Nat Pierce Juggernaut Orchestra. Here they do Burt Bacharach and Hal David's great composition, What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Not for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. We got mountains and hillsides enough to climb. We got oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last until the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Not just for some, but everyone. What the world needs, love, 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 love. What the world needs, love. Lord, we don't need another meadow. We got cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. We got moonbeams, sunbeams enough to shine. Listen, Lord. Listen, if you really want to know, if you want to know what the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not for some, but everyone. No, not for some, but everyone.
Bringing to you the colors of jazz, you're listening to The Swing Arrangement with Charles Hsuen on CKDU 88.1 FM in Halifax. I love that piece of music. That is the great Sammy Nestico, conducting the Marine Band of the Royal Netherlands Navy. And that one coming from 2008, I believe, recorded in SACD format, which is why it sounds so great. How High the Moon, and boy, that arranging of the great Sammy Nestico, who was so instrumental in so many great stage bands around the world. And I played so many as being part of a stage band in high school and in university, and they were the most intelligent, I think, arrangements. We lost him at the age of, I think, 93 this past year. Sammy Nestico, who wrote for so many great pieces, including the Count Basie Big Band. Before that, we heard sounds with Joe Williams and the Frankie Capp and Nat Pierce Juggernaut Orchestra live at Century Plaza in 1978. What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love. What a great arrangement that was, too, as well. It is now 21 minutes past 7 p.m., and we're going to continue on with the final, or one of the final albums from 1990 by the great Peggy Lee. Here she re-records some of her great songs from an album entitled There'll Be Another Spring. Not There'll Never Be Another You. That's a different song. There'll Be Another Spring. This one coming from the Music Masters label, a very rare CD, and we have it just for you. And here is Things Are Swingin', right here on the Swing Arrangement with Charles Hsuen.
Things are swinging, birds are singing, and just what do you think those bells are doing but ringing? God, they have to ring to make this whole thing rhyme. And you know that things are swinging all the time. If the news is what the blues is, then we better just practice up on our ones and twoses. 'Cause where love is, you can always find a rhyme. And where love is, things are swinging all the time. It's as simple as a dimple. Just remember that you can find some brand new swinging ideas underneath your hat. So keep counting, feel it mounting, till you think it must be Ponce de Leon's fountain. Yes, the fountain of youth, for those who know the score, means that things will keep on swinging forevermore. Like an ocean that's in motion, like the wind that's blowing a boat right into shore. If the living is thing to live and breathe, and keep on laughing up your sleeve. Things are swinging and they'll keep swinging some more. Yes, things are swinging and they'll keep swinging some more. Let's keep on swinging and swing right out the door.
She swang right to the very end. Things Are Swinging. That one from There'll Be Another Spring. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps it up for our program. It means Rob McConnell and the Boss Brass are coming up, which means it's a conclusion for another episode. We'll be back again next Monday evening, same time, same station, with another edition of The Swing Arrangement. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for listening and watching. Till I speak with you again, I'm Charles Hsuen. Thank you for letting me broadcast for you. Good night, everyone.